Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and I'm here with the deck that I played at what was it? Carta Magica's EVO Cup yesterday on Saturday, the 13th of November. And I'm pretty excited about this. I wouldn't say it's a spicy list necessarily. It's pretty standard for what the deck is, but I'm really stoked with the performance of the deck. I had been playing this at locals a lot at my locals, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I just wanted to play something that didn't feel stale for the BT5 format. I ended up coming 9th place. I went 7-1-1. So my loss was to oh man oh the winner, of course. Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second. I lost to Green OTK. His name was Tyler, also, and he won the whole shebang. And then my draw was to a green control matchup that just some of our turns took a little bit longer, and we didn't realize how long we had been playing, and it just kind of got away from us. So, before I start, just a big shout out to Jodobbi. I basically stole his Dandevimon list. I changed a single card. I just saw his YouTube video about it. It looked like a lot of fun, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is okay. It's not great. And then I revisited it recently for the last few weeks at locals, and I think it has a good Lord Knight matchup. I think it has a pretty decent Rookie Rush matchup. I played a lot of Lord Knight, a lot of Rookie Rush, a lot of Security Control. I played a lot of green, too. Out of our 9 rounds, I think I played 3 green. 2 Lord Knight, 2 Rookie Rush, Security Control, and yeah, and just some other odds and ends. It's a really fun deck. So without further ado, here it is. I played for my babies 1 Pagumon, the On Deletion Mill 2. It helps fill your grave, and that's kind of the central idea. I played the 4 Demimera. It's the best egg in purple right now. On Deletion, draw 1, discard 1, so you get to your pieces faster, and you fill your grave faster, which is what you want to do in this deck, honestly. 4 Dandevimons. Not only are they 2-drop vanillas, which is always strong for choking or for value plays, but they have Devi in their name. Super important. Other super important thing. 4 promo Dandevimons. This is the card that makes the whole deck kind of work. And I say Dandevi deck, but it's really just a lot of free, cheating into play engines, and this is just the, I guess, biggest payoff one. So his inheritable, for anyone who doesn't know, is On Deletion. If you have 7 Digimon with Devimon in their name in your trash, which will count him when he's deleted, you get to play a Dandevimon from your trash without paying its cost. So, very strong. This deck can abuse that a lot, honestly. And then we have 4 Guilmon. When it's trashed by a card effect, you gain a memory. You have a couple ways to abuse that as well that I'll get into as we put the rest of the deck down here on the table. Make just a little more room, and then unsung hero, honestly, 2 Gazimon. So Gazimon stops memory gain from anything but tamers. Against yellow, it's amazing. Against Rookie Rush, it's amazing. Against blue, it saves you from Hammer Sparks and Security. It's a really good value card. Then for champions, we had our 4 Retaliation Devimons. It has Devimon in the name, and Retaliation is really strong against Lord Knight. It's really strong against Shoutmon. I didn't play a lot of Shoutmon, but just Retaliation is a very strong ability. Just to set it up in your raising and have that crackback. We played 4 Blocker Devimons. Again, it has Devimon in its name. It's a 1-cost blocker. Good value, good card, especially for this deck. We played 3 Viomons. Just wanted some more blockers. You can bring them back with some various effects. 7 blockers total is really strong against Rookie Rush as long as they don't have an out for it. Helps you stall to get your pieces so that you can get better advantage. And those are my champions. As for my level 5s, the most important one I would say is probably Blackward Ralmon. His Digiburst to put a rookie into play can set up very big tempo turns. It's a form of cheating things into play. And then his Inherited is actually how you win most of your games out of nowhere. The sack 1 Digimon to unsuspend yours is insane, especially with some of the other combo pieces in here. We played 3 Lady Devimons. She has Devimon in her name. She helps you. It's Graceful Charity. You draw 1 for EVO, draw 2 for her effect, and then discard 2. fill up your grave with what you need in there to bring back or recycle, and fill up your grave with Devimons. Chimeramon came up more than you would think. You just kind of want to discard him so you can bring him back with Zwart or bring him back from the grave like that. But also, there were a couple times where hard playing him really saved me. So, you know, if you could pull it off, it really works. Then we got, of course, Dandevimon himself. So, Dandevimon, during your opponent's turn, if you lose a security, they have to trash the top card of their security once per turn. It forces them into some weird, awkward decisions they have to make. And when he's deleted, they have to discard 2 cards, which is also a huge deal against certain decks, against security control. Both those effects are really strong. This deck is kind of like, it uses toolbox methods to sack creatures, or Digimon rather, to gain big advantages. So it wasn't that uncommon for me to sack one of these just to make them discard 2, and I was able to bring it back with the promo Devimon's effect. The other star of the show, Chaos Gallantmon. His effect's just insane. On Digivolution, you get the same effect as Chimeramon. Pop one of your Digis to pop one of their level 5 or lowers. But then also, once per turn, whenever one of your Digimon dies, you can bring back a rookie from your discard pile. So that's super strong. It helps you get the Gazimons back in play when you need them. You can get Guilmon back to abuse it with Black Wargrowl. You get back this guy to pop him, evolve over him, and swing into something, pop him. Just a lot of really cool stuff. Magidramon is insane. So not only is he a 3 to evolve, which is really helpful in a lot of situations, just having that extra memory, or I guess more, not a 4 to evolve like everything else in here. So it gets to stay your turn without any shenanigans. But milling the 5 from you and your opponent's deck, milling helps you always because your trash is a resource in this deck. But your opponent, if you like play Lord Knight and they mill 2 Lord Knights, that's 2 of their win conditions. They're never seeing them again. If you play Security Control and they mill 2 Lucemons or 2 Magnas or a Magna and a Lucemon, like you're chipping away things that they need, and that feels good. Then if you have a Tamer out and he dies, you get to bring back a Gallantmon from your trash or your hand. And Gallantmon, like we said, has that really cool effect where when he's in play, if something dies, you bring back a rookie. Getting 2 Gallantmons is insane because you could swing into security with something. It dies, you get 2 more rookies back. And then you can start building your board just to a point where they can't really answer it. I played 2 Zwart defeats in this deck. It's super good. Not only is it a security threat, but it pops Tamers. You could evolve over things to pop Tamers. You can, when it dies, you get to destroy something. So there were times as well where I would, swing with this. It would survive. I'd pop it with the War Growl effect on suspend something, kill their big threat. You have so many ways to answer board in this deck. It's insane. There's a lot of like micro decisions in this deck that feel really exhausting, honestly, but it's so rewarding to play when you could play out of essentially any bad situation. And like I know that sounds crazy, but the deck just can work that way. I played 2 Zwarts, just the regular Zwart. Again, bringing back 2 level 5s or lower on Digivolve. The ability when you attack to put a level 6 back in your hand to delete something. Just more advantage. That's like the name of the game. You want more bodies in them for cheaper. Then we have 1 Matt Ishida. Sets you to 3. When you play him, you get a purple option or Digimon back from security, so you can rebuild your hand. 2 tie-in mats. They give your Omnimon security +1, which when you're unsuspending them is almost a full OTK. And they give you more memory when your opponent has already set up, which is super good. Super good, honestly. And they also turn on this next card, 1 Mega Digimon Fusion. I like this card when you're going for game, because you can have this out, Mega Digimon into one of these, swing for 2 checks, pop something unsuspend, swing for 2 more checks, and then just create a situation where you're swinging for game. Against security control too, not only on the EVO Cup, but at locals. There were games where they went for the deck out, thought they were getting the deck out, so they didn't quite set up like they set up like a pretty good turn, and they're like, oh, he only has one turn because he's gonna deck. And then on my turn, I would do a bunch of stuff that would make me draw cards. You know, I'm at 0 cards, so I don't draw. Mega Digimon Fusion during that turn into usually this one to build a board bigger. And then at the end of the turn, it goes to the bottom of your deck, becoming your next draw. And you just have a board, hopefully, that they can't out. I did that to someone, and they're just like, oh, yikes. So don't. I like to hold this against security control until I'm decking out to prevent myself from decking out. And then 2 Death Claws. Death Claw kills blockers. It turns on some of your stuff. It's a cheap way to cheat out Dandevi. It's a cheap way to pop your Zwart Defeat after swinging to kill something. Also in security, kills a level 4. It saved me against Rookie Rush one game, and a game 3, they were swinging out and they hit one, and it saved me from dying, and I got to crack them back. So this is Dandevimon. It's a lot of fun. I'd give it a try. It is a very thinky deck. Not that that's a huge problem, but if you like puzzles, this deck feels like a puzzle because it can get out of any situation. It can be a little bricky, but even the bricks don't feel terrible because as long as your opponent doesn't put you in a situation you're like the tempo's too far off, which a lot of decks don't do right now. It's kind of a slower format outside of Rookie Rush because a lot of decks are setting up. You just come back. Like, honestly, there were a lot of games where I opened a lot of megas and 5s and had to Harness Slam a blocker and start from there, and I ended up just coming back from it sometimes. So this was the deck. Like I said, I played a lot of Lord Knight, a lot of Rookie Rush, a lot of green, a couple security or 1 security control in the EVO Cup. But my meta at locals is a lot of Lord Knight, a little bit of Rookie Rush, a little bit of Shoutmon. And it's been doing me good at locals, too. I'd suggest trying it out. Again, shoutouts to Jodobbi. This deck was cool. A lot of fun. He was the first person I saw use this. Like I said, I only changed one of the Zwart Defeats for a mat. Is all I changed from his list. And, yeah. So, 9th place at an EVO Cup. It felt pretty good. Tried to get the Omni. Maybe one day we'll get one. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff that YouTube cares about. And come say hi to me. Love you guys. See you.